Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Professor McBroom. Today, we're diving into motivating behavior with work and rewards. Motivation is the fuel behind performance. It's what keeps people engaged, innovative, and committed. If it's missing, then they'll be burnout and disengaged. So, how do managers actually motivate people in meaningful, sustainable ways? Let's explore 6 key methods, and I'll tie in some real world examples along the way. Job design is all about how we structure work. Early management thinkers like Frederick Taylor believed in breaking jobs into small, specialized tasks to improve efficiency. Think of an assembly line worker tightening the same bolt all day. But while that's efficient, it's not exactly motivating. Many workers get bored and burn out. So companies started exploring new designs like job rotation, where employees shift between tasks to learn new skills and job enrichment, which gives employees more control and responsibility over what they do with their work. Take Google, for example. Their engineers use a version of job enrichment called the 20% rule. Employees can spend up to 20% of their time working on projects they choose. That's how Gmail and AdSense were born. When employees feel ownership and meaningful in their work, motivation skyrockets. Participation and empowerment mean giving employees a voice in decisions that affect their work. When people feel heard, they feel valued, and that builds commitment. Consider Volvo's early experiment in Sweden, where teams of workers built entire cars instead of just one small part. That sense of whole task ownership increased pride and performance. Or think about Zappos, when employees make many of their own customer service decisions without waiting for managerial approval. Empowerment creates a sense of trust, and that trust motivates people to go above and beyond. One of the biggest shifts in modern motivation comes from flexibility. Work isn't just 9 to 5 anymore, and organizations like Coinbase have embraced this change. Coinbase became a remote first company, allowing employees to choose whether to work in office, at home, or a mix of both. They found this flexibility increased employee engagement, trust, and inclusion, all while reducing burnout. Whether it's flex time, compressed work weeks, or telecommuting, flexibility helps employees balance life and work, and motivated employees show up with more energy and creativity. Let's talk about goals. According to Lockheed's goal setting theory, people are most motivated when they have clear, specific, and challenging goals that they believe in. Think of a fitness app that tracks your progress. You don't just try to be healthier, you aim to walk 10,000 steps a day. That's specific, measurable, and motivating. In the workplace, management by objectives, or MBO, uses the same principle. For instance, at Microsoft, teams set quarterly objectives and key results. For instance, at Microsoft, teams set quarterly objectives and key results to keep everyone aligned and accountable. When employees help create their goals, they're more likely to commit to achieving them. Performance management is how organizations evaluate, coach, and support employee growth. Traditionally, this meant annual performance reviews, but many companies like Adobe realized those yearly reviews actually demotivated people. Adobe replaced them with frequent check ins, short, informal conversations about progress and goals. This shift improved fairness, accuracy, and reduced turnover. When feedback is timely and constructive, employees don't dread it, they learn from it. Finally, let's talk about rewards. One of the most visible ways to motivate behavior. Rewards can be extrinsic, like pay and bonuses, or intrinsic, like recognition and personal growth. But here's the key insight: rewards have both surface value, like a paycheck, and symbolic value, what that paycheck means. For example, when a company gives public recognition, a thank you email from leadership, or a top performer spotlight, it reinforces belonging and appreciation. At Southwest Airlines, leaders celebrate milestones with heartfelt thank yous and shared stories. That kind of recognition builds a culture of motivation that no paycheck alone can buy. To wrap it up, motivating employees isn't about one magic theory. It's about designing jobs that are meaningful, listening to employees, setting clear goals, providing feedback, and recognizing effort. Motivation thrives where people feel trusted, valued, and connected to purpose. So whether you're managing a team or reflecting on your own work experience, ask yourself, what drives me to do my best work? Because understanding this is the first step to motivating others. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you in the next one.